Deyy is one of the best fighters of all time, if not the best fighter on the NA East region, in particular for controller players. So let's break down some of the ways that he does it. So I'm going to start this first clip off similar to the Reet video with a bit of beautiful movement. You can see he's already managed to piece up the opponent, getting a full box on him. Now this opponent is not very good, let's be real. But what he does while the opponent is spraying at his wall isn't just open up because that opponent can run out at him and get him. He places a cone and then he intentionally stays behind it to give him that little bit of right hand peek. He then waits until the opponent starts to turn the other way before making his edit. The guy has to reload, so he tries to take this opportunity to get out. You can see his opponent is pretty lost at the same time, and this allows him to get a massive shot off, taking him down to 100 HP only. Then he resets the wall just before that opponent can turn around and do anything towards him, so he's already gained himself 100 HP in this fight. You can at this point tell that the other player is very desperate. He's already trying to run out the other side. So Deyy moves backwards and crouches behind the cone to give himself a right hand peek. Now the opponent, he just runs away at any point. But if this was a good player, this crouching and movement behind this cone would have prevented the other players from hitting a large shot and would have been much less of a 50-50 on the wall trade. Small little movements like hiding behind these cones while your opponent's trying to run at you the wall can get you crucial damage off. This next clip shows some incredible efficiencies that Deyy uses, in particular using cones and floors. As you can see, as Deyy is approaching this, he's already got little tags off, so he's weakening the wall with his AR. But as he's falling, rather than replacing the wall with his AR, he slides the cone in, catches himself on another cone, and replaces the wall all in one swift movement. The order of this is cone in the box, cone to catch himself, then wall. You have a very, very short time span to do this in, but it's 100% worth practicing, particularly because you can start applying this pressure with an AR from a distance, which shortens the time that the opponents can heal. From then on out, the rest of the fight is a little bit of just wall-to-wall basic skill up until the very final moments. Since Deyy is on controller, he doesn't have the ability to shoot and then scroll reset. So rather than doing that, he jumps, shoots, and then places a floor directly below him, which would have hopefully blocked the shot that the opponent would have taken. This wouldn't have been possible if he wasn't already standing on the cone, which was the cone strategy that he employed earlier on with the cone in the box, wall replace, and cone below him as well. Now this next clip shows another example of dropping down and pressuring walls, but slightly different and using old phase techniques. Here you're going to notice Deyy take a nice shot off onto one of the opponents. Now, he notices him editing down, so what he does is he edits his own floor and he's trying to grab the wall ahead of him but fails. So instead, he catches himself on the floor, but what you may not notice from this angle is he's also placed a ramp over his head. So he just, in an instant, ramp phases inside of the box, goes for a quick spray and manages to pick up the elimination on the player who is in here. This small efficiency of landing on a floor with a ramp over your head can get you inside boxes so quickly before your opponents even notice. This next clip follows a lot of the similarities of that previous one, in particular in terms of moving and how to do so on controller when you do not have a scroll wheel reset. All of this is still applicable if you do have scroll wheel reset, however. Now the opponent he's come across doesn't have any materials, and he does the exact same drop down where he places the wall and then the cone to prevent him being ramped over and the opponent from editing out on that side. Then when he breaks these ramps, he swipes to the left. He does actually get tagged back, but this still gave him the right hand peek to take a shot. Rather than hitting an edit window, he jumps round and hits a big shot off this way too, which is generally safer than just doing an edit. He then noticed the window movement edit, very similar to Reet. As he edits it, he completely hugs the left hand side and the opponent has no opportunity to hit him back. Every single angle and every single shot that Deyy took in this video was on a right hand peek, and the only time the opponent managed to hit him was jumping on a left hand peek for him. So Deyy played this guy like a puppet. This next clip shows how Deyy goes from a height disadvantage to instantly claiming the advantage back. Now, height in every fight is absolutely pivotal because that's who is going to be aggressive. And when Deyy notices that he does not have the high ground because he's one layer below, notice the way he moves here. While ramping up, he jumps, places a floor, and then places a ramp on top of that to phase himself up. So basically a little double jump, a small way to do a phase 90 that just gets you up that one extra layer that pushed him just above the opponent who was rushing him. This mechanic is super simple to learn, and all you do is just jump, floor, jump, ramp. And then the rest of this fight wasn't anything particularly important because it was just more wall-to-wall stuff that we've already seen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a lot. Peace!